Here we go. For the second evening in a row, we have breaking news, and we're going to share it all right now as Carnival finally announces protocols set for their July cruises out of Miami and Galveston. Let's break everything down right now on Island Time. Welcome back to Island Time. We're going to take some time this evening to break down this most recent news from Carnival Cruise Lines as they finally release protocols and what they're calling have fun, be safe. We talked about it last night. And there's a lot of surprises. So let's look at now, okay, you're going to see it here. Let's look at the have fun, be safe protocols and what it could mean for our cruise in July, okay? So here we go. Have fun, be safe, okay? The first thing they talk about is the booking of each individual guest, and that passengers are going to have to carefully review pre-booking and pre-travel protocols and health advice. We know that. That's fine. Let's move on, okay? What is it going to look like when you get to Galveston or you get to the port of Miami? Here's what it's going to look like. Carnival says every guest will undergo enhanced pre-embarkation health screenings, including 100% COVID-19 testing prior to embarkation. Okay, so here's testing. Touchless temperature checks and health questionnaires. And they will refer anyone who fails the temperature test or the questionnaires for additional screening. Secondary screenings will be performed when necessary. Contact tracing is planned for every cruise. We'll see what that means. But let's think about this. There is no word yet, well, we will see, but there's no word of vaccinations. We're going to talk about vaccinations here in just a little bit. Instead, everyone will be tested and you will have to pass your test to board, okay? Let's continue on. I have so much I want to say right now, but I have to hold it. Okay, let's fast forward. Responsible physical distancing will be maintained throughout check-in and embarkation and will be required in terminals, aboard the ship, on private islands, and during shore excursions. This will be managed by adjusting the flow of groups and through reduced occupancy, staggered activity times, and closely managed group sizes. Entertainment programs and the restaurants will be designed to enhance physical distancing, okay? Mask, an important topic for all of us. When physical distancing can't be maintained or when mandated by public health authorities, masks will be required on board at private islands and during shore excursions. Masks must be worn in terminals during embarkation and disembarkation. Physical hygiene, they're going to remind us to wash our hands. There's going to be extra hand sanitizers outside of restaurants and public venues. We know what that's that's going to look like. It also states that there will be no self-service for meals. You're not going to serve your food at the buffet. You're probably not going to get your ice cream poured in your ice cream cone yourself. Someone else will pour it for you. They say we will do the serving, okay? And safe shoreside experiences. Carnival says they're working with local authorities, destinations, and tour operators so that the enhanced health and safety measures on board are maintained ashore. We will follow the health protocols for every port we visit. So if a local port's protocols are different than what Carnival's are, they're going to follow the local health protocols. That makes sense. You're visiting their country. You have to go by their protocols. It makes complete sense. There may be a reduction in the capacity of excursions and tour vehicles, okay? Limited excursions, limited availability. Maybe you have to stay on board and spend money for the day, okay? Who knows? We will see. The spa may be busy even on port days. Only short excursions that comply with our prescribed protocols will be permitted with strict adherence required of all guests and denial of reboarding for any guests who do not comply, okay? We'll talk about that as well. And then it goes on for Alaska. We will talk about Alaska later, okay? We are worried about July, so let's talk about July, okay? There's a couple of things here missing. We just read the Carnival protocols. Let's remind ourselves of the CDC rules as they stand. Carnival protocols can change at any time. CDC protocols can change at any time. We just read Carnival's protocols as they stand. Now let's look at CDC protocols, okay? You will probably remember this. The CDC has said that cruise lines can carry paying passengers very soon, as long as they get their port agreements in place, okay? They can carry paying passengers if 98% of crew are vaccinated and 95% of passengers are vaccinated. That is one way that Carnival and other cruise lines can sail right now. The other way is to submit plans and protocols in order for test sailings to take place. Remember, each ship, not just the company, each ship will have to do their own simulated voyage based on the protocols that they've submitted to the CDC and the agreement that they have in place with the local port. You have to do one test sailing. It has to show that those protocols are successful at keeping coronavirus and COVID-19 away from the ship, away from passengers and crew. If the simulated test is done and the test is passed, then the cruise line can welcome paying passengers. Okay, we are missing one of two things, okay? We're going to see what it is. We're either missing an announcement from Carnival Cruise Lines that vaccines will be mandatory in July. That has not been announced. We're either missing that, or we're missing an announcement from Carnival and the CDC maybe that test cruises are the route they're going to take, and they have been scheduled. Tonight, this evening, Royal Caribbean has indeed been granted a test scheduled cruise for one of their ships in June. Okay? Could Carnival be going down the test sailing route for July? Oh, it's scary. We are going on the Vista in July. We may go on the Breeza in July. It is scary. If you think that Carnival's going to go down the test cruise route, that means they have to do their test cruise between now and July 3rd when the Vista leaves. Can they do it? Yes, they can. But here's what holds them back from doing it right now. They have to submit their port agreement to Galveston. Look at this. This is from the Daily News. The Daily News is Texas' most oldest newspaper. I trust them. Publishing since 1842. Okay? Look at this. And this is the Port of Galveston and their leadership, Roger Reese speaking here, okay? And I mentioned this in a video yesterday. The Galveston is 75% confident that Carnival will sail on July 3rd. They thought, okay, the port thought that they were going to go the vaccinated route, okay? And what they're waiting on, and you can see right here, is that the plan between Carnival and the Port of Galveston is being finalized. It was not submitted yesterday on Monday, but it was close. Maybe it was submitted today. The plan that I'm talking about is a plan between Carnival and Galveston. In a worst case scenario, Carnival would have a plan to come back to the Port of Galveston. Infected crew or passengers would be able to be taken off the ship safely and sent to a local hospital for treatment. That's the port plan that we're talking about. The CDC requires it, okay? It is close to happening. Very close to happening, okay? The port leadership also said that he thinks this plan is really beyond what they need, but that's okay when it comes to safety, okay? So that's the latest from the port. The Port of Galveston thought they would go vaccinated route. They also said that they did not see, or they have not heard from Carnival on doing test sailings as of this past weekend, okay? But breaking tonight, like everything else, the Galveston News, okay? Matter of fact, John Ferguson, who I follow on Twitter, he's a senior reporter for Galveston News. He said this: Carnival plans to run simulated cruises out of Galveston in the coming weeks. Port officials just announced at Wharf's Board of Trustees meeting, no exact date set. Okay, so again, a piece of news just now breaking that Carnival plans to run simulated cruises out of Galveston. We don't know when. Will it be June? Maybe. Royal Caribbean was just granted the CDC permission to go ahead and test sail in June. Could Carnival follow in June? Could they get a test cruise, a 4 or a 5 day cruise with 10% occupancy? That's got to be at least a few days, okay? 3 days is what the CDC said. Can they get that done in June? And it's got to pass. Remember, you've got to pass if you go the simulated voyage. It's not a guarantee. Your protocols have to work, okay? And by the way, don't get too excited on volunteering. It's going to be a lot of Carnival Cruise Lines employees and their families and the Port of Galveston crew and their families. Okay, it's not like they're going to have thousands of people. They're going to ask for volunteers, although you and I, we would be there. Okay, meet me on Lido. But could they do it? Could they test cruise in June and be ready July 3rd? That, it makes me nervous. It makes me nervous to July 3rd to have it ready, okay? It makes me really nervous, but it could happen. It absolutely could happen. So in the days ahead, we're going to find out a couple of things, okay? First off, these protocols will be explained to us, okay? The COVID test, the enhanced screening COVID test that Carnival says you have to have, the CDC says you don't have to have the COVID test if you're vaccinated. And the fact that Carnival has put on their website that under their enhanced health screening, that 100% COVID-19 testing prior to embarkation, it gives me a hint now that maybe they're leaning toward the simulated test cruise, okay? Now, some people like the fact that maybe you won't have to be vaccinated to cruise. And let's be clear that if this indeed does happen, simulated testing happens, it passes. The port agreement is there, it passes. Now you can cruise unvaccinated. Okay, some people like it. It could limit your freedom on board. Okay, the CDC, they've already said, if it's not a vaccinated cruise, you've got to wear masks more places. You might have to wear it outside. You must wear it inside. So it's a balancing act, it's a tightrope, and Carnival is trying to walk the tightrope, and we're there to catch them literally because we want to know what the heck is going on, okay? We have more pieces of the puzzle, okay? I thought this would for sure be a vaccinated voyages in July. Now we don't know. One of two things we'll find out, okay? The missing piece. Who has the missing piece? If they announce for sure that tests or simulated sailings will take place, which is what I'm reading, breaking a couple of hours ago, okay? The Port of Galveston said they have been contacted now. We're missing that piece, okay? If indeed they are going to do simulated voyages, is the Vista, the Breeze, and the Horizon going to get them done in June? I hope so, okay? It puts in jeopardy those early July dates. Could this be why the CDC said we can see cruising starting in mid-July and Carnival went aggressive at the beginning of July? So we're going to find out if that's the piece, okay? Test sailings. We're going to find out if that's a piece. The other piece of the puzzle, of course, would be vaccinations, okay? Carnival may not have announced that yet, or it may not be announced at all. It's going to be so interesting to see. We're finding out pieces, and people around the country, you and me both, are saying, what's going on? Okay, I had people messaging me. My phone is blown up all night. Are you going to do a video? Are you going to do a video? Here's the video, and here's what we know. We keep it factual, okay? And we're going to keep you updated, absolutely updated, okay? Pieces of the puzzle are here. We're waiting. But I want to cruise, and I know you do too. So let's pay attention. Let's look at the protocols. We're going to do what they say. We're going to have fun. We're going to make memories with our loved ones that's going to last forever. And we are going to keep you updated on Island Time. Thank you so much for your support. Please subscribe. Tell your friends and family to subscribe as well, because news like this breaks, and within hours we have a video up. and we try our best to break it down for you and tell you what it means for our cruises in July and beyond. If you have questions or comments, please leave them below. Let me know. I will want to interact with you. If you comment or you ask me a question, I'm commenting and replying back to you. I promise you that, okay? Buckle up. I told you it'd be a wild week. Let's have fun and be safe, whatever that is going to mean. We'll find out soon. Thank you so much for this time on Island Time. I know there's questions. Let's engage. Until next time, we'll see you on Island Time.